Good morning. Here is the news on STEM Radio Vision, Elisha. First, the headlines. Nigeria, UAE scrap tariffs on over 13,000 goods. Governor's budget 525 billion naira for security as killings spread. Victims identify alleged or church attackers in court. Ocean ADC candidate defends Aregbeshola's modulated salary policy. Abel promises exciting, successful 2028 Nuga Games. Trump's vows very strong action if Iran executes protesters. Now on the news in full, I am Chidima Abel. The federal government has announced that Nigeria has eliminated tariffs on 6,243 products imported from the United Arab Emirates, and the UAE has removed tariffs on 7,315 products imported from Nigeria as part of a new trade pact aimed at expanding market access for Nigerian goods, businesses, and professionals. The Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, disclosed this on Tuesday via a document on the Nigeria-UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement signed on January 2026. According to the ministry, the agreement will expand market access opportunities for Nigerian products, businesses, and professionals into the UAE, while facilitating investment flows, marking a major step in Nigeria's non-oil export drive and economic diversification agenda. For trading goods, the ministry said Nigeria is committed to eliminating tariffs on 6,243 products imported from the UAE. The UAE also committed to eliminating tariffs on 7,315 products imported from Nigeria. Under the agreement, Nigeria will immediately remove tariffs on 3,949 products, representing 63.3% of the total, while phasing out tariffs on 2,294 products over 5 years. Nigeria excluded 123 products from tariff liberalization. Tariffs on cocoa and cocoa preparations, coffee, tea and spices, mineral furs, wood and wood articles, precious stones and metals, and animal and vegetable fat and oils will be removed over 3 to 5 years. The two countries signed the CIPA on January 13, 2026, following negotiations led by Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, with support from the Federal Ministry of Justice and the Nigeria Customs Service. States across Nigeria earmarked a combined 525 billion naira for security votes and related operations between 2023 and 2025, according to an analysis of figures extracted from the approved budget document. The state's budgets are contained in Open State, a budget-backed website that serves as a repository of government budget data. The massive vote intended to bolster security nationwide raises critical concerns about the efficacy of these measures as citizens remain increasingly vulnerable to the tide of violence. Although the responsibility for ensuring the safety of lives and property lies within the federal government, the increasing wave of kidnapping, robbery, and other forms of violence has compelled many state governors to set up their own internal security strategies to combat the menace. However, these efforts have not yet yielded the desired result as criminals continue to operate with impunity, terrorizing the citizens. The analysis is based on the budgets of 32 state governors, as Gombe, Kebbi, Niger, and Yobe did not clearly disclose their allocations for security votes. Two more prosecution witnesses on Tuesday gave vivid and harrowing accounts of the June 5, 2022 terror attack on St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church in Owo, Ondo State, as the Federal High Court in Abuja admitted additional exhibits from the Department of State Services. The DSS is prosecuting 5 suspects: Idris Omiza, 25, Al-Kazim Idris, 20, Jamil Abdulmalik, 26, Abdulamin Idris, 25, and Momo Otoho Abubakar, 47, on amended 9 counts bordering on terrorism. All the defendants have pleaded not guilty. The June 2022 attack occurred during a Sunday Mass marking the Feast of Pentecost, gunmen stormed the church, locking the main entrance before opening fire on worshippers and detonating explosives. The coordinated assault claimed at least 41 lives and left over 100 injured, leaving a deep scar on the Owo community. During Tuesday's hearing, a male witness identified only as SSB recounted in detail how the attack unfolded. Under cross-examination by DSA's counsel Adedayo Adedipe's son, the witness said the gunmen forced their way into the church through a secondary entrance after worshippers tried to secure the main door. Initially, he identified the fifth defendant, Momo Abubakar, but later corrected himself to point out the second defendant, Al-Qasim Idris, after the defendant removed his face mark and moved closer. And now on the state scene, Dr. Najim Salam, the governorship candidate of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, in Osun State, has defended the controversial modulated salary policy implemented during former governor Rauf Aregbesol's administration. Salam, who was the Speaker of the House of Assembly at the time, described the policy as a painful yet necessary response to an unprecedented fiscal crisis. In response to renewed criticisms and social media calls encouraging civil servants to distance themselves from leaders associated with the policy, Salam condemned what he called simplistic narratives that ignore the economic realities of that period. He acknowledged the hardships and sacrifices experienced by Osun workers, emphasizing that leadership must take responsibility during collective struggles. Salam explained that the state government at the time faced substantial obligations, including salaries, pensions, loan repayments, and ongoing infrastructure commitment, while revenues were declining. Reinforcing the importance of civil servants, Salam expressed his commitment to making workers' welfare a central focus if he becomes governor. He promised that under an ADC-led government, the dignity of labor, timely payment of salaries, and improved working conditions will be non-negotiable priorities. And now on the sports scene, the Vice-Chancellor of the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Professor Adamu Ahmed, has assured the Nigerian University Games Association, NUGA, that his school will organize an exciting and successful NUGA Games in 2028. Abel, at the weekend, got the provincial hosting right for the 29th NUGA Games scheduled for 2028. The award of the hosting right was contained in a letter to the Vice-Chancellor by NUGA's Acting Secretary General, Yunusa Baza, dated December 3, 2025. It said the hosting right was contingent upon the signing of a memorandum of agreement. The letter further stated that NUGA Council would announce the specific dates for the great sporting event in due course. Expressing joy over the hosting right, Professor Ahmed described it as an opportunity to build Nigeria's economy around the sport value chain. In a statement of Friday by the University Director of Public Affairs, Malam Awalu Umar, the VC explained that the hosting rights for the NUGA Games aligned with the international policy for the development of the next generation of athletes in Nigeria through the university. He expressed joy for the support and opportunity to host the Games again since the last time it hosted in 2001. And now on the foreign scene, President Donald Trump has said the U.S. will take very strong action against Iran if it executes protesters, as right groups say more than 2,400 anti-government demonstrators have been killed in a violent crackdown by Iranian authorities. Relatives of 26-year-old Efan Sultani, who was detained last week, have told BBC Persian that he was due to be executed on Wednesday. A representative from the Hengor Organization for Human Rights also revealed that he'd never witnessed a case move so quickly. Awal Sheki, a representative of Hengor, said that the case demonstrated the Iranian government is using every tactic they know to suppress people and spread fear. Trump said earlier he planned to attend a meeting at the White House on Tuesday night to discuss the situation in Iran, pledging to get accurate numbers on the death toll from the protest. The US-based human rights activist news agency said that it has so far confirmed the killing of 2,403 protesters as well as 12 children, despite an internet blackout. Nearly 150 people affiliated with the government have also been killed, the group said. To end the news, here is a recap of our stories. We told you that the federal government has announced that Nigeria has eliminated tariffs on 6,243 products imported from the United Arab Emirates, and the UAE has removed tariffs on 7,315 products imported from Nigeria. We also told you that states across Nigeria earmarked a combined 525 billion naira for security votes and related operations between 2023 and 2025. Two more prosecution witnesses on Tuesday gave vivid and harrowing accounts of the June 5, 2022 terror attack on St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church in Owo, Ondo State. Dr. Najim Salam, the governorship candidate of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, in Osun State, has defended the controversial modulated salary policy implemented during former Governor Rauf Aregbesol's administration. The Vice-Chancellor of the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Professor Adamu Ahmed, has secured the Nigerian University Games Association that his school will organize an exciting and successful Nuga Games in 2028. Lastly, we told you that President Donald Trump has said the U.S. will take very strong action against Iran if it executes protesters. That ends the news on STM Radio Vision, Elisha, Osun State, Nigeria. The news was edited by Afolabi Adenipekun and was brought to you by Chidima Abel. For sponsorship and advert placement, please contact us on 091-663-49956. Follow us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at STM Radio Vision, on YouTube at STM Studio. Thanks for listening. Good morning.
Snow Music Studio.